Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the books that I want to read most in 2018, that I want to get to that I didn't get to in 2017. I will be doing a whole nother video on my most anticipated book releases of 2018. But for this, it's just going to be books that I haven't gotten to read that I wanted to read in 2017 for this year. The first book that I have is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. There was a big thing about this series when the second book came out, and I got really excited. I know his Illuminae series is really good, which is another book I really need to read. But this was definitely something at the time that was up my alley. I honestly don't remember what it is, and I don't really want to ruin it. I think I just want to go into it not knowing anything or not remembering anything about it. So I think that's how I'm going to go into it. But this was kind of big when the second one came out, but then it kind of died down and I haven't heard anything. So it kind of makes me nervous, but I'm still going to go into it with high hopes. And Witchwood. I actually read Furthermore a couple months ago, really loved it, and I automatically had to buy this. Also, Julie from Pages and Pens said that this was a really good book, and I really trust her recommendations. She said that it was a lot darker for a children's book, but she still said she really loved it, so I'm super excited to get to this, and I feel like in the next month or two, I will read this. So yeah, the next book that I want to read is Wonder Woman. I picked this up back in August. I have yet to read it. I kind of actually started probably 40 pages of it and then stopped because I ended up going to something else. I can't remember what it was, but I did stop reading it. However, I really enjoyed just the first 40 pages, and I've heard great things about Leo Bardugo's books. So the next book is Casey West's Love, Life, and the List. Now this came out way towards the end of 2017, so technically you could think of it as a 2018 release, but it really was a 2017. I do really like Casey West. I've really enjoyed her other books, so this is one that I definitely want to get to really soon, if not in the spring and summer, because that's when my contemporary love comes out and when I really get into them. But either way, definitely want to read this year. The next book is Victoria Schwab's Our Dark Duet. I had read The Savage Song back probably in April. Really enjoyed it so much that I ended up pre-ordering the signed copy because it was towards my birthday and I thought I deserve it. And I really love Victoria Schwab. I've read her whole Darker Shades of Magic series. I read this one, and I've read Vicious. So I really enjoy her writing. I have not been let down before. I just never got to this. It is quite a big book, so this is going to be a book that I'm going to read in a month where I really don't have a lot of going on and I can really take my time with it. So I do plan on reading it this year, hopefully sooner than later, because the next book I have is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I have not finished The Immortal Instruments. I'm on book 5 of 6. I've had a hard time getting through them. I just feel like they're really immature. I can't really connect with the characters. I'm hoping that I can get through them by audiobook in the next few months so that I can get on to Lady Midnight, because I've heard great things about the series. I really like the Infernal Devices series. I read that super quick and loved it. Just not super in love with the Mortal Instruments series, but I'm very hopeful for the wonderful things I've heard about this, and I also really want to get into Lord of Shadows as well. But of course, next book I have is Marissa Meyer's Renegades. I actually pre-ordered this. It hasn't been out too long. It is a thick book, which I was not expecting, and I also don't know much about it, but I've heard such good things about Marissa Meyer that I definitely took a leap of faith with this one. I don't know much about it, and I'm happy to go into it that way. I find a lot of YA books, when it comes to fantasy or sci-fi or anything like that, I prefer just to not know as much and then get surprised, and hopefully be surprised with. And then the last one is actually not a book, but it's a graphic novel, and it's Saga. I just want to get into the series. I've heard such good things about the series. Don't know anything about it, but I've just heard good things, to the point where anybody who's read a graphic novel has probably read this or have heard of it. So I'm at the point where I've been really enjoying graphic novels. I've enjoyed Lumberjanes and Paper Girls, and then I believe Snot Girl, if I'm correct on that title. I've enjoyed all of those. They're all kind of different, but still really enjoyed reading the graphic novels. And they're great when I just want something shorter and there's not so much of a time commitment. So I'm excited to read this series. I picked this up in New York recently, but yeah, definitely one that I'm going to get into in 2018. So yay. Yeah, that is everything that I have that I'm hoping to get to that I didn't get to in 2017 and get them done in 2018. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!